Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the AFC North lately, you know that the landscape is shifting in a big way, and the Steelers are right at the center of it. This isn't just about a couple of wins or losses. It's about strategic moves, about how teams are maneuvering to position themselves for a deep playoff run, and the Steelers are making some interesting moves that could redefine their chances in this postseason. Recently, there's been a lot of buzz around the Steelers roster, especially considering their injuries at the receiver position and their focus on bolstering the attack for the playoffs. And in the midst of this, a potential blockbuster trade has come into focus, Hopkins, the five-time Pro Bowler, potentially donning the black and gold. It's a move that could have ripple effects not just for the Steelers but for the entire division. Now, let's break down what's happening. The Steelers, sitting comfortably at 4-2, are showing resilience and a clear desire to contend. They've been dealing with some minor injuries on offense, but nothing that's derailed their momentum. What's key here is their need for experience and reliable production beside DK Metcalf. Having a veteran like Hopkins, who's been a Pro Bowler 5 times since 2013, could be exactly what Pittsburgh needs to elevate their red zone efficiency and third down conversions. Hopkins, who's been quite productive this season with 25 receptions, 378 yards, and 3 touchdowns in just 6 games, is a player who consistently makes big plays. His YAC per reception, 10, 8 yards, and a PFF grade of 87.9, placing him in the top 15 among wide receivers, show that he's still got it. Even with some injury setbacks in 2024, limited to 12 games, he's proven to be a reliable target with a career average of over 12.0 receiving yards and 80 touchdowns. His contested catch rate of 65% and success on hands, 72%, make him one of the most clutch receivers in the league. Imagine him lining up alongside Metcalf. That's a serious upgrade for the Steelers' offense, which has been leaning heavily on Rodgers' leadership and minimal impact from the backup quarterback. Bringing in Hopkins could boost Rodgers' quarterback rating from 92 to a staggering 97 and significantly improve third down efficiency by around 15%. Plus, his presence in the red zone could turn the tide, boosting red zone touchdowns from an average of 1.5 per game to over 2.3. That's a game changer. And speaking of the division, the Ravens, who are currently in a bit of a rebuild, have been ceding ground with a defense that's allowing around 30 points per game. They've been skeptical about investing heavily in their offense, especially with a cap space of around $20 million, and are focusing instead on building through the draft, particularly on the offensive line. Meanwhile, the Ravens have been making moves for youth, like extending Zay Flowers, signaling a long-term vision. But their offense, averaging just 180 yards per game, is in need of a boost, and trading for Hopkins, an $18 million cap hit, could be a strategic move to add a veteran presence. The Ravens are looking at this trade as a short-term fix, but the Steelers see a bigger picture. The Steelers, with around $8 million in cap space, are making a smart move to add immediate veteran experience. Hopkins could be the piece they need to turn their offense into a resilient powerhouse, especially with the playoff push in mind. The impact of acquiring Hopkins goes beyond just stats. It's about the mental toughness, the clutch plays, the leadership on the field. Hopkins has a history of being a clutch veteran, and his projection for the Steelers is over 950 receiving yards, an immediate boost to their aerial attack. His ability to make contested catches and win in tight coverage could open up the field for Metcalf and other receivers. His presence is expected to elevate Rodgers' performance, leading to more big plays in critical moments, especially on third down. The statistical projections are impressive, an increase of around 18% in separation and an extra yard per route run, and that's just part of what he brings. His red zone presence is also a game changer, turning the Steelers' offense into a more efficient and dangerous unit. Think about the possibilities. Hopkins as the red zone king during playoffs, with a career average of 6.5 yards per target against man coverage, makes him an ideal weapon when it matters most. And let's not forget, this move could be a pivotal moment for the Steelers' legacy, an opportunity to ascend into true championship contenders while leaving the Ravens trying to find answers. The odds are shifting too. FanDuel has moved the Super Bowl odds for the Steelers from +1.0 to +600, reflecting increased confidence in their chances, largely thanks to the addition of a player like Hopkins. The division is heating up, and the AFC playoff picture is becoming more and more competitive. The Ravens, on the other hand, are still betting on youth, with a rebuild that's taking shape but might need more time to come together fully. Their defense, allowing 30 points a game, and their offensive struggles with just 180 yards per game, show they're not quite there yet, despite their draft picks and offseason moves. But the Steelers seem poised to capitalize on this moment. With the trade deadline approaching on November 4th, the question remains, will the Steelers make a bold move and land Hopkins? It's a strategic gamble, but one that could pay off big time, especially considering the impact it would have on their playoff seeding and postseason success. This move isn't just about adding a receiver, it's about sending a message to the division, to the league, that the Steelers are serious contenders. The chemistry, the experience, the ability to perform under pressure, these are the qualities Hopkins brings to the table. And for the Steelers fans, it's an exciting prospect to imagine him in black and gold, making those clutch catches in the playoffs, turning close games into victories. The team's future could be significantly brighter with this addition, especially if they continue to build around their core of talented players. Now, as we look ahead, the AFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in football, with each team trying to outdo the other. The Steelers, with their focus on experience and clutch performance, are positioning themselves as serious contenders, especially with the potential addition of Hopkins. Meanwhile, the Ravens are trying to rebuild and find their identity, but they might be left behind if they don't adapt quickly. The next few weeks will be crucial, especially with the trade deadline closing in. Will the Steelers pull the trigger? Will they secure the veteran weapon they need to push for a deep playoff run? All signs point to yes, and if they do, the AFC North and the AFC as a whole will have to reckon with a Pittsburgh Steelers team that just got a whole lot more dangerous. So stay tuned, folks, because this story is far from over. The division battles are heating up, and the Steelers are making moves that could define their season and perhaps even their legacy. Remember, the NFL is a game of inches, and the right trade or signing can be the difference between a good season and a legendary one. Keep watching, keep supporting, and let's see what the Steelers do next in this exciting chapter of NFL history. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Hopkins is the missing piece for a Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.